Well, hi everyone. Maria Williams here, and I am with Sigrun Bishop from Australia. Was born in Germany and grew up in Germany, but her adult life was in Australia. And I'm happy to announce to everyone that she is the first qualifier in the 90 people in 90 days. If you remember back at the end of October, when we had our Elite Academy here in the US, Carrie and I launched for a whole entire team. So understand that we probably have 6,000 distributors, and I'd say probably 1,000 really building this business. And we offer to the 1,000 out there, right, that are really building the business to go contact 90 people in 90 days, meaning they had from whenever we announced it, the middle of October, we made it actually longer than 90 days till January 15th. And then we would announce all the people that qualified, and then they would get prizes for it. So, and I said along the way, as soon as you hit 90 people, send me pictures. And a beautiful, amazing Sigrun sent me a bunch of pictures. I love it, with all the pages with 90 people she had contacted. So this isn't just send the video and that's a person. It's connect with someone, send some sort of tool. The ABC video is what we use a lot, and have a conversation with them, right? That's it. Having that conversation, you'll find the few that want this, right? And that is what Sigrun did, and I'm so excited. So Sigrun, tell us about you and your background and who you are and just a little bit about you.
Well, hi everyone. And yeah, so I was born in Germany, and when I was 19, I came to Australia, more as a moment to travel, just to go somewhere else away from Germany. And my dad happened to be here. My mum is still in Germany. They separated sometime before I actually came. And anyway, so my adult life really started here. And so what I do now is I work as a personal trainer after many different other things that I've done beforehand. I was once that aerobics instructor with leg warmers and the G-string on the outside of the tights and all that, Jane Fonda days.
I know sometimes we look at pictures of what we did when we were younger and it's like, oh Lord, why did I wear that?
Well, it was all the rage then, so.
Good for you.
Yeah, and then I got married. Yeah, I got married pretty young. I was 22 when I got married, and we're still married, so that's 35 years later.
Congratulations.
Yes, that's a feat. That's a feat these days. Yeah, yeah. But you know, it takes effort. Like anything, it just takes effort. You got to keep working at it. Right. And yeah, and then 3 beautiful children later, and now 4, 5, and not going with the end any further just yet. Grandchildren. One is on the way somewhere along the way, and yeah. And so now I've for the last 10 years been working as a personal trainer.
And how long have you been with LifeVantage?
Well, not that long. Not even a year.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, what was interesting is, okay, I need to say this beforehand. I was involved with Amway for a number of years, and what I found there is like, yeah, okay, it makes sense to swap your products out for somewhere else, and you know, that kind of stuff. But there was always something that I couldn't quite marry up. And the more I then delved into the health side of things, the more I then started looking, I don't want that on my body. Maybe I don't want that in my body. And so then I slowly weaned myself. I mean, I'll still use some of their products, but and I'm not doubting their products are good, but there's certain things that I've found that LifeVantage has given me that those products haven't. And that was just the interesting thing, because when I was introduced to LifeVantage in the beginning, this was at a market day in a retired people's home, and or like a complex, a living complex, and a lady was telling me about her story and how she had a really sick liver, and then after 8 months of taking NRF2, her liver values had come back to normal. So I thought, okay, I wonder if this will help my skin. Now I'll show you my skin. Can you see that there's white spots in my skin everywhere? So I thought, well, I wonder if this will help with my skin. So that's how I got started. And while my skin is still blotchy now, But I've found like a whole bunch of different other things along the way. And of course, I've done a whole bunch of reading and researching and whatever, because that's what I do as a personal trainer anyway. So if I find something that somebody can benefit from, I will always hand it on into my clientele, or even, into family, into other people. And so when I saw this, I thought I'll try this, and what I had seen made sense. And this wasn't the dream, this was the product. Like Amway was the dream, and
Right.
the dream, I can't sell anyone a dream.
Yeah.
So I saw the product, and I saw the validity, I saw the science, I saw all that stuff that was behind it, and I saw that it was completely natural. And so once I started taking it, I found the difference I had from activating my body compared to the number of supplements I was taking from Amway earlier. And they're like a top grade supplement, so don't get me wrong on that. But I never felt the difference that I felt, and I've never noticed any difference to what I felt now. So these vitiligo spots that I've got, they used to burn something shocking, and they don't burn anymore now. Yeah, so I'd be in the sun for 5 minutes and I'd be bright red.
Wow.
And now I found it's just not happening. So that's how things sort of got started. And I thought, okay, I need to pass this on. And then my thought process was, okay, well, doctors get money for prescribing medicines. Why can't I get a little kickback for suggesting somebody may just research this and use it?
Yeah,
And
absolutely. If people are going to buy, and it
yeah,
doesn't matter, because that's a mindset thing, and we'll have a discussion on that. But, doctors don't do it for free, right? They don't
no,
have their services for free. If you go to a store and you buy something, I mean, somebody's getting paid for it, right? Somebody had to do the work. Somebody had to create it. It's everything in life. People are always buying.
yeah,
And I think if you're selling something that you don't believe in, I think that's where the problem is. But if you believe in something and you're part of, sharing it, and you're going to get paid something on it, there's nothing wrong with it. Because if they were going to buy it from a store, that somebody was going to make money on it. Why can't it be? We're small business owners. And even though we don't have the brick and mortar in a building, right? You are a personal trainer. You're not going to train people for free. You have a gift, and people pay for your service. So you to teach them how to train their body, how to get stronger, how to get fitter. And now you incorporate this as healthy, how to be healthy also.
yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And so to fast forward now, when I so there in our group somehow or other something came up about Simon Chen and his program. What's it called? Purpose-driven networkers, something like that. And so you can subscribe to that. And I thought, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll just give this a go. And he had this session of 15 minutes every morning. And for me, it ended up being 7 o'clock, perfect timing. Most people aren't even up at 7 a.m., but I've always been up early. And and so I sat in and started doing some of that stuff. So he just has 5 minutes of getting on Facebook and just commenting and liking things, and asking for or adding friends. And then he has 5 minutes of inviting people, and then he has 5 minutes of follow-ups, like, oh, hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you for a little while. That's one thing. Or the other thing is, okay, what do you like about the video that I sent you? So follow-ups in that sort of form or shape. And so I started doing that, and that really taught me a little bit of consistency. And so then when I saw the challenge come up, I thought, oh, well, I just write down what I do. And I just kept on doing that. And it's just like, geez, I'm getting a few numbers up here. And the next thing is I just had all these numbers. And really, for me, it actually wasn't even to burn it up to make money or anything. For me, it was just to learn to be consistent, to do something every day that's consistent. Like, reach out to somebody. Hey, I'm working on something. It might be for you or might not be. And hey, and most of this is online. And that I don't get out amongst people. So for me, I had to work online. And because we don't live in the hugest town. I can't go walk in the streets, and most people I know are not in town. So you're better off than finding a medium that works for you. And so I just basically kept that consistency up, because that was something I wanted to learn. to switch back to the Amway thing at the time is one, there was no such thing. Two, there was never the support. Yes, people say, oh, there's great support. I never felt that. Three, there was never a team spirit, which there is here. Like, this is amazing. One of the things I love here is you can talk to and work with people that are not directly in your business, but we're there to support each other. But we have a really, 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 really strong ethic in, I don't steal your clients, and I also don't tell you how to run your business because I don't actually see what your business is doing. So to keep that, really, really strong, which creates this beautiful and supportive team spirit. And that was one of the things that really attracted me into this kind of thing. With these products, I can just 200% stand behind them, which that was not what I could do with the Amway products. And I guess, or with some of them I can, but just certainly not with the complete range. And that was probably the things that really helped me. And then I've written down a couple of things. So one for me was to learn consistency through Simon Chan. That was a big one. Then
so let me stop you there. So Simon Chan, was this on a Facebook group that he has?
Yeah. Yeah, it's MLM Nation, it is.
Yes, okay. So anybody can join, and we've had him speak before on one of our trainings that we've done. So anyone can join his Facebook group, and he gives little tidbits and learning. So Simon Chan is what you look for. MLM Nation is his group.
Yeah, and look, we've discussed this here in our team, and some people can't relate to him and can't relate to that. And for me, it was like, okay, I'm getting these little bits and pieces, and I really, really, really see value.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there, and I think that's a great point. You have to find who you connect with, right? And of course, we give lots of training, but sometimes hearing a different voice, a different person. For example, I follow Ray Higdon. I love Ray Higdon. I think he's direct, he's straightforward, and he gives you real examples, not just, a pie in the sky or an idea. He actually gives you the examples. There's Fraser Brooks. There's I know James Yates.
Yeah, we just heard him just last week.
Yeah, and then also Rob Sperry has a Facebook group. I mean, there's tons and tons of them. It's honestly finding someone that you can connect with, get inspired, and take action. Because we can get inspired all day long and never pick up that phone and never make a call. So the first thing is you found Simon Chan, you connected with him, he inspired you, 15-minute golden nuggets in the morning, and you started to take action. So what was number two?
And the thing was, it was little enough so I could do it. If it's too big, it's overwhelming. You can't do it. So there was 5 minutes of his talk, 5 minutes of he calls it claim, so comment and like and ask a friend, that kind of stuff. 5 minutes of invite and 5 minutes of follow up. 5 minutes, and he said it sets a timer, and so whatever you get done in that time, that's it.
And you were inviting through Facebook. You were reaching out on Messenger. People on Facebook, and however you were doing it, hey, I'd love to talk to you, or just reconnecting with people and seeing where it goes, right?
Yes.
Always asking people, what are you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. And hopefully they ask back, what are you up to? And then you can mention what you're up to. Hey, I'm a personal trainer. I've been doing this. I've been doing that for some years. And I've just, got involved with a medical breakthrough. I found something in health and wellness. However, you bridge that depending on the person. Each circumstance can be a little different.
Yeah. So out of that, I developed, and this is, I think, a really important point, and I developed a what the heck attitude. So I found I got some easy, I don't know, maybe we call it wins or not wins, but anyway, I just targeted some easy people first up. I just thought, oh, what the heck, I just do it. And then the third point is 100% no attachment to whether they say yes, no, they don't respond or whatever. No attachment. Like I spoke with one of my ladies here yesterday, and she said, oh, no, I have so much emotional attachment to, you know, whether they do something or not. And it's, no, you need to get to the point of what the heck, no attachment to any outcome, and then stuff will happen. But you got to be at it long enough.
Yeah, yeah. So I think what has, you know, I'm going to sum it up here. What I think why you've had success is that you made a decision, you saw the challenge, and you decided, I am going to do this. You took consistent action. I mean, I can't stress enough, even one a day is 365 people at the end of the year, right? Some people will talk to 20 people, get a couple of no's, and then they're done. And I bet you got a lot of no's along those 90.
Oh yeah, a lot of no responses.
Yeah, and then it was what the heck attitude, right? Do not be attached to the no's. So off the top of your head, I know I'm just throwing this out I know you're over 90 people, but of the 90 people, how many yeses and no's did you get? How many customers out of it do you know, or did you get a distributor? Like, so what has happened from the 90 people that you've contacted?
So what I've found, I've got 40. I've always sent out the ABC video. That's been my one standard thing. So I've stuck to one thing. So I haven't messed around with anything else. And I sent out 44 videos because that was the people that said, yeah, okay, I'll have a look. And out of that, there was some further conversations. I sent something to Lita. I'll just go and have a little look because I can't remember what I did.
Yeah, and I know I didn't prep you on this question beforehand. I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah, that's okay.
It is a numbers game, right? You know, generally when you start, it's 1 out of 10, right? You talk to 10 people to get 1 yes. And
yeah, the numbers were better actually, at least for people to have a look. So my sign-ups, out of that, I signed up 1 in October and 3 in November, and I'm calling somebody today to be signing up. This is for December. So, well, just wait and see what, but you know, like, I mean, I've signed one up in September as well, which had also come out of this. So yeah, and it's just, don't be attached to the outcome. Just if it comes, and look, people, the one I'm signing up today was interesting because I reached out to them a little while ago, and then in this time I just, you know, reiterated and did Facebook group and all this kind of stuff. And she's taken a good while to research, a good while to go and read through the testimonials and, you know, the different other bits and pieces that she could find. People take their time. They don't jump at it.
Yeah. And so were these signups, were they customers or distributors?
No, customers.
Customers, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, I'm actually not in this game to make money, hey, when it comes to that. What comes, but I'm not burning this up to go and be the biggest rank and make the biggest money. I'm totally not in it for that. If it comes, well, that's different, but that's not what my driver is.
Right. Right. And that's fine. You know, I didn't start this wanting to make big money either. It just kind of came and happened. It was about, I fell in love with the product. I wanted to share it with people. I did want to make some part-time income. That's how I started this. I wanted to make part-time income. No idea what it would turn into. But we have such a massive, massive scientific breakthrough in our hands that if everybody sticks to it and is consistent, that they're going to get customers, right? And that'll grow, and then your posture gets better, and you know, your belief grows, and more can happen. Like, I can't make any promises because I don't know what people do day in or day out, right? But we know that, man, the sun keeps shifting on me. We know that we have a lot of success in people getting customers, right? Maybe not being what they want to be yet, but it takes time, and it takes this
personal development.
Yes, it takes
Like, you
belief
got to
in
work on
you.
yourself. Yeah.
Yes,
Before we go, can I share one thing? I think this
yes.
is a good one for everyone. So I had this guy on my chicken list, and he was he was my mentor through kettlebell training. He's mentored me for a really long time. So I reached out to him, and anyway, he does his research and does his stuff. The first thing he said to me, this is the second thing I've been sent to in 2 days. I have to say the same thing, looks interesting, but blah, blah, blah. There's not really much conclusive. And the studies were done on mice and blah, 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 whatever, a whole bunch of things. And so then at some stage, much later, I actually found about the snowboarder, what was his name? Simon Kessler and Nick Baumgartner. I found that, and it was just about what this guy has found about his dropping performance as he's getting older, and his performance picking up through activating his body. So I felt that this guy could be genuinely interested in that. I didn't care whether he joined me, whether he wanted to buy products. That had nothing to do with it. And so I sent him that after he had sort of said he's not generally a fan of supplements. They don't work very well. Most jump to conclusions and blah, blah, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so what I got yesterday, and this was the part that I wanted to share, is I've asked politely once, please stop sending me this stuff. I'm not interested. It's great you are, but I don't spam you with sales pitches, and I'd like it if you had that same respect for me. Don't send me another one, or I'd be forced to block you, which would be a shame after all these years. And you know what? I'm sitting here, and I actually didn't die from that. And well, that's his thing, and it actually isn't mine. And, yeah, okay, first up, I had a bit of a moment, but then I feel that it's important to share some of that stuff, because this guy just ranks seriously high in my level of respect and in what he knows and what he does and all that sort of stuff. And so I did have the guts to reach out to him. And that's what I got back. And I just said in the end, my apologies, this was not how it was meant. I'm sorry it was taken that way. Value our relationship and certainly have no interest in undermining it. So, but I feel that might just be something that some people are struggling with. And I think it's good to hear that this stuff does happen.
Yep, absolutely it does. I've had family members say, don't send me anything else. I'm not interested. And I'm like, okay. And they know my story, they know what this has done for my health, but they just don't believe it and are not interested. And it's not us, it's them, it's their baggage, it's whatever their belief system is, it's whatever has happened in their life, and that's okay. To me, it's always not yet, right? And even if he said, don't send me anything else, that's okay. Because at some point in time, he's gonna hear it from someone else and he's gonna remember you. He's like, wait, I get, this is not a supplement, this is an activator. And that's the one thing when you do approach people that are in health and wellness and they've seen it all and they don't, because a lot of things don't work. It's good to say to them and make them really understand, look, this is not a supplement.
Yeah, I did all that. I didn't want to read it.
Yeah, it's in the supplement category because we're actually creating a whole new category of nutrigenomics that people don't get. This is an activator. And this is going to be the biggest difference in the world as people start to understand what this is and how it works. So good for you. I'm so proud of you and what you've done. You've earned an hour of free coaching with me that we're gonna stop this recording and then spend our time together. That I will try to do everything I can to address anything that's blocking you and trying to find those blocks and unblocking you. I think you've gotten a lot already, but I'm so excited. That's one of the things. I'm going to ask you, and I know we haven't talked about this, are you planning to come to Global here in October next year?
I don't think so, because we have a baby due around just before that.
Oh, that time. I see. So if you decide that you are coming, because that is when the magic really happens, and Global is always super, super special. And I know our Australian team, everybody tries to come at least once a year. I know you have lots of events there that will keep you plugged in. So I'm just going to throw out there because I was going to gift you with a ticket to Global if you were coming. So I'll let that stew in your head. If you decide that the baby is going to come before or after and you can get here and miss just a couple of days, I know that's super important. Never want to take that away from you. But I'm just going to plant that seed because that was a gift I wanted to share with you for being the first one that, you know, achieved the 90 people in 90 days. But you'll still be in the pot for all the other prizes when we do them on January 15th. But thank you for your time. I'm going to stop the recording here, and I'm going to post it on all our pages so everyone can hear what you did, how you did it. And the sun is driving me insane. It's supposed to be going that way. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here. Okay.